Oh.
Check.
Check. Check.
Check. I swear if that noise comes back,
Fuck it up.
welcome back to another episode of the PO3 Podcast. My name is Marcus Marks.
What's up? I'm Victor Junior.
How's it going, man?
Going good. Excited.
This is our third attempt?
Yeah.
We had some technical difficulties with like the audio and stuff, so
they don't-
I didn't want to get started until it was good because I won't be able to focus knowing that like something's wrong with it. Like I have to. It'll just sidetrack me.
I'm so excited though. Holidays are here.
Oh yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna start decorating like really soon where I live, and we're gonna set it up real nice, put the tree up.
Nice.
I kind of want to do it early. Like normally everyone does it after Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
Throw your tree up and then you start decorating. But this year I think we're gonna do it a little bit earlier.
as well. Are you guys going anywhere? Because I know like right now it's really hard for everybody because oh yeah, let's crack these open. It's really hard for everybody right now because, you know, they're recommending everybody stay home, don't travel, don't meet up with other family members, just your own immediate household.
You don't have nails, huh?
No, I just cut them. I'm trying to play it off and talk at the same time.
No, I noticed it. I was like, dude, what's taking you so long?
It's all
Can
your
I do it?
imagination.
Okay, you got it. You got it, yeah.
Got
Cheers.
it. Hey, congratulations.
Cheers,
and
man. On what, man?
cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, there was this
What did I
kid.
say?
There was this kid in middle school, right? And I don't know how we started this thing. Let me take a drink. I bet that drink got on so many people's nerves with the slurp.
Wait, you know what? You have to do that again. Cheers again. You have to look at me. Yeah.
For
Because
what?
they say that I heard this rumor.
Oh, I didn't say cheers though. Do I have to say it? Man, you're fucking
Yeah.
with my OCD,
no,
man.
No. For real. True life.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Okay.
Now what? All right. So there was this kid,
Because-
right?
Wait.
Go ahead. Nah, you go
let me
ahead.
tell you- let me
Go,
tell
go,
you
go, go.
because of the reason why you have to look at somebody in the eyes every time you cheers them. Because if not, then it's like
Because I said so.
No. It's like 7 years bad luck. So this is what I heard. No, this is what I had. It's one of those. So I was like, oh yeah, it's one of those stupid things. But I heard this in another group. So then, you know, we would drink and they would cheers that. And then after a while, like I was like, yeah, whatever. That's just stupid. But you know how shit gets stuck in your head? Well, it got stuck in my head. Like, damn, I don't want to. Just in case, I want to look at everybody in their eyes because I don't want to have a bad sex.
Dude, those are the reasons why, like, as a kid, when shit like that would get brought up, me being OCD already, like, it would make it even worse. So, like, yeah, you remember that shit and it sticks with you. So when one of those stupid rituals comes up, you're like, I have to do it. Like, I have no choice now. Like, I'm so obligated to do this goddamn this ritual, or else I'm gonna freaking, you know, break my back if I step on a crack, you know? But when you say, okay, so going back to what I wanted to say,
Yeah.
there was a kid in middle school. It was, 7th grade, right? And for whatever reason, his name was Aaron. I still remember his fucking name. And every time I saw him, I don't know why, but I started this thing where like every time I see him, I'd be like, "Hey, congratulations, bro! Like I heard, like good news and shit." And the first time he did it, like without missing a heartbeat, he was like, "Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate it," and this and that. Like he gave me a hug and shit, and he had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. Like he just went along with it. So every day, like after that incident, like all the way up until even past high school, every time I seen that kid, like I didn't see him all the time, but like I knew him. I played football with him and stuff. And anytime I pass him in the hallways, I'd be like, "Hey, what's up, man? Congratulations!" And I would shake his hand and stuff. Or I'd see him at like the pizza parlor after a game or something like that. And then I would see him, like I'd go out of my way to go up to him, and be like, "Hey, man, how you doing? Like, congratulations!" I'd shake his hand, and he'd be like, "Oh, thank you, bro." And then like for years and years, like I remember, like that's all I would say to that fucking kid, dude, was congratulations. And then like probably like 2-3 years after high school, I hit him on Facebook and I was like, "Hey man, congratulations and shit."
Oh,
Like I kept the
shit.
bit
That's
going.
crazy,
Like I just
yeah.
kept the bit going like for years and years.
He's all, fuck you. Leave me alone.
Nah, he was hella
that's
cool, bro. He was a cool
that's
kid.
funny. Wow. Yeah. So, no, but, you know, I'm just, now my focus is on the holidays and stuff. Now the
Yeah, great
election's
story, huh?
over. No, it was.
I'm just kidding.
It was all right. I'm just playing. No, it was a good story. So I'm just thinking, like, how are you gonna celebrate, like, just you and your fiance?
Yo, there's that sound.
What sound?
Never mind.
I don't hear any
I'm just
sound.
gonna let it go. there's been technical difficulties, like I said, with the audio, and you know what? Fuck it.
Oh.
Celebrate what with my fiance?
Like the holidays,
Yeah, we always celebrate.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
No, I
we
know,
always
but
do.
is it just gonna be you two, or are you gonna go to
Oh,
family? You
because
guys
of
gonna hang
COVID.
out because of COVID and all that? So I was just curious to know what you're doing, and of course, comment. Other people comment. Let us know what you guys are doing, how you guys are gonna treat the holidays, and
Yeah, we want interaction from you guys. If you guys are
yeah.
viewers and stuff, like, how do you guys do it? Like, traditionally, like, are you guys gonna take precautions this year? Or are you just gonna, whatever about it because it's your family? But I would like to know, if you any feedback, drop it in the comment
Some
section.
people are probably happy as motherfuckers. Yeah, I don't have to go to the in-laws this year. No,
Oh
baby,
yeah, huh?
COVID.
That's a
It's
perfect
COVID.
excuse.
Yeah, hey, no, we can't go.
That's the perfect
No, we
excuse
gotta stay home. We
if you
can't
don't
go
like family.
nowhere. Gotta stay here.
I never understood that because I always love being around my family. I
Yeah.
love being around my family for the holidays. I really look forward to it. So when one person doesn't show up, it's like a big, like, okay, it doesn't feel the same this year, Like, one
Yeah.
of my cousins, he's deployed, overseas for, he's in the military, or he was, but he came back, but he's still in the military. He's not around. He's like somewhere across the country. So, but like, not having him around there, it affects, like, the ambiance of the family. Like, it doesn't feel traditional anymore
Yeah.
because one person is missing. We have a really tight knit family, and there's only so many of us. It's not a huge family. So when one person's gone, like, you notice that person missing. But like my fiance's family, it's so huge that you would never know that that person was like gone. It's freaking huge, dude. It was like, you ever see those clown cars that pull up and like hella people hop out? Like, there's like 30 clowns in the car. That's our family, like, during a party and shit. Like, one guy just comes in with a case of beer and then it just keeps going. Like, oh my god, like, how many cases of beer do we need? Like, hella people, dude.
Imagine that family reunion. Wait, have
Well,
they had one?
no, well, like a couple years ago for like Mother's Day, like they had a little barbecue and stuff, and like all her family was there. Like,
Well,
it
because
was,
they all have a lot of kids, or
yeah. It's just an old school traditional Mexican family, like, with a lot of kids. So I think my fiance is like one of like 11. Yeah. She's the
damn.
second youngest, and then her sister is the youngest one. Yeah, so it's
That's
crazy. So compared to, I
crazy.
only have one sister. So I mean,
Yeah.
I have a really small family. And how about you? Do you have a
No,
big family?
no, just two sisters.
Oh, really? Are
Yeah.
they older or younger than you?
One younger, one older. Well, actually, I have a cousin who's like a sister. Well, a lot of my cousins are like my family, but a cousin who's like my sister too. She's younger as well, but no, not nothing big like that. It's just crazy.
Yeah, see, my cousins and stuff, they were like my brothers,
Yeah.
and my aunt was like a cool sister to me, like a cool older sister that would like take me to go eat and stuff, and like, she always would take me and my sister. Or my other cousin, he was like, a brother to me and stuff. Growing up, he, had a job really young, so he would take us like to the movie theaters for free and stuff. We were just talking about that yesterday. And then yeah, so like, I don't know, I like, my family is really, really close with each other and stuff. Like, even though we went through our hardships together, and yeah, there was a few bumps in the road, we still never lost like that family like tradition. My
Yeah.
dad's side is different. They're more like, let's keep to ourselves. Over the years that happened,
Yeah.
which I really wish that, because it's small on their side as well, like really small.
Yeah. It's
So I mean, over the years, things just happen.
you know
Some people go their separate ways.
they go their separate ways, and people disagree, and they're always usually competition, or my kid has this, your kid has that. There's always going to be that in family, and you know what? Just let all that bullshit go, because you're not taking it with you when you die. Let it go. Just stick with the love, and I've done everything to make people pissed off in my family, and people in my family's done that to me, and just let that shit go. It's all in the past. Just fucking go forward and contact somebody. Reach out to them
Not
and
yet.
reach out. No, reach out to some.
Yeah.
That's what my goal is this year, and that's my goal is because I need to. I've been so busy and so focused on everything that I'm doing and everything that I'm promoting, that I'm working towards, and my programs and my coaching and all that other stuff, that I need to sit back. And today I called my sister and spoke to her with my mom, and it's just that you need to put on those brakes and say, look, even though you don't agree 100% on stuff, you got to reach out, and because you love everybody, regardless of who they are, what they're believing in, right?
How good are you with that type of stuff? Like, have you been a person that, like, the type of family member that we don't hear from you? Or are you the type of person that Oh, it's Victor again. He's calling. Are you always bugging?
No, I'm the type of family member that's always going, and you don't hear from me, but you will definitely hear from me and see me again. Like even if it's like 2 years or something, or a year later,
You disappear for 2 years
I could. Yeah,
and
I'm
don't
just.
talk to your family, and
I
so when you return, is it like nothing happened?
Yeah, for me, it's like,
Really?
yeah, because I'm just like, it's not that I'm ignoring anybody. It's just I'm living my life now. It's kind of different now than from when I was younger, but I'm just living my life and I'm just going about my thing, doing my business, paying
You're
my
just real
bills, and hustling.
independent. I mean, I've
Yeah.
done that before too. Though there have been times where I literally didn't talk to my dad for a whole year. I was out in Texas and he didn't even know about it. I was living out there for because for like 3 months or something, doing music and stuff. I had a little gig out
Oh,
there
yeah.
in Texas and Houston, and then came back, and then I don't know. I think he called me on my birthday or something, and then it had been a year since I seen him, and then we sat down and we had lunch and everything, and then it was just really weird. And there'd be times where I didn't, talk to my mom for the same amount of time, and I was just out on my own. But that was, that's you growing up and not understanding the true values
Yeah.
in life. I was a lost kid, I really was, and I was hanging out with people that were lost as well. It was a really depressing time of my life. Like even though, because we were living at this house, and it was a whole situation. Like I don't even want to
Yeah,
get into it, but
but
like
not only that though, it's not really necessarily being lost. It's actually going through life and learning.
life, college.
Yeah,
But
that's
no, but
right.
at the
And
time
learning,
though, I remember sitting there making beats, and like every day I would be like stuck on like cigarettes and water because I didn't have money to get food and stuff. And then I remember just sitting there thinking like all I have to do is make beats. I was like, there's nothing left to do but make another beat, and I'd be end up making beats all day, all night. And I remember just sitting there to myself thinking like, dude, I'm like really like, first of all, I'm lonely. And then second of all, I feel really lost. Like something is just missing. There's a huge hole. And then one day out of the blue, I had had enough. And I called my mom because I wasn't living with her at the time. I said, and I hadn't talked to her in a long time. This is the power of family, you know, if you have that type of mother, like I was blessed to have, um, she would do the same thing for you. And I'm sure any mother would. There's no mothers are a force in nature, dude. They really, really are. They're the glue to the society. They keep everything together. And the reason why we want to do better, is because of a mother. So I'm always thankful for my mom and stuff. Like she went through a lot with me as a kid. Growing up, me being the way I am, bipolar and stuff. But she has her own issues. She's got her own stuff that she went through as a kid. But I remember, sorry to get off topic, but like I remember sitting there and it was super lonely, dude. It was like there's a lot of details into the story that that are missing from it. But like if you've ever been in the situation where your life is really fucked up and you're whether you're an addict or something like that, and you can just imagine sitting there and you're tired of living that lifestyle. I got on the phone, called my mom, and I said, "Hey, can you come pick me up?" And I was like in shame. I was like a little bit shameful about it, because I hadn't talked to her in such a long time. Like, oh, so now you want to call me, now you need something. Now you want to fucking give me a call when you need something, But she wasn't like that. She said, "I'll be right there." She picked me up within 30 minutes, dude.
yeah.
And I remember just packing all my shit, throwing it in the car. And as soon as I sat back, dude, I was like, I feel almost like whole again.
Oh
It
yeah, it
felt
is always
really good.
like
There's
that,
no place
dude.
like home, dude. Like Dorothy, like like click your heels 3 times. Like there really is no place like home, man. There's not. There's times where I hate the city that I live in, hate it. But as soon as I leave for like 3 days, I'm like, I miss my town, dude. I want to go back. I can't leave
Yep.
this place.
Look at me. The same thing happened with me when I was with my ex, who's just fucking dumbass and abusive and beat the shit out of me. Was in the hospital. My mom was the only one who came all the way up 3 hours out of town, came and get me and take me back home and say, "Okay, you don't need nothing. Let's just start over."
Are you and your mother close?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
guys talk
she's
like daily basis?
no, not daily lately because of me. I'm just, and she's, I call her. She's always, call your mother. Or she'll call me up and she'll send me. Good thing for Facebook, I can send her messages and we do message each other on Facebook, but that's not the same as calling and talking to somebody. That's kind of different.
That
It's just,
it doesn't do it justice,
no.
dude. If you have their phone number, pick up that goddamn phone and call
Yeah,
them.
it's call and talk to them.
That's your mother.
Yeah, that's the difference. And some people may not be close like that to their moms,
No, no,
but,
no. That's
you know,
very unfortunate, But I've
yeah.
also had my ups and downs with my mom. It wasn't all,
Everybody,
yeah, it wasn't
you
all
know?
sunshine and rainbows, dude. Like it was to a point where we hated each other. I mean, deep down, you don't hate each other really, but
No.
in the moment, you really
You're
fucking
just
hate that person.
upset at each other
No, I was very,
deeply.
very, I was very, very. I had a lot of hatred in my heart growing up. I was a really like dark person, and I'm just now starting to come out of that, just recently, because I've been analyzing myself, and really trying to correct these flaws and these character defects that I have. But like, yeah, growing up, dude, I remember we would get in so many fights on a daily, like on the daily, dude. You know how many times she kicked me out, and how many times I left, like like just over like just stupid, like not even stupid shit, but like just life stuff, just
Yeah.
growing up and learning how to be a fucking kid. And looking back now, I realize, god damn, dude, I really was an immature little dickhead. Like I really was, And people would call me a dickhead, and I would get into fights with people because I wasn't not knowing I was, I thought I was right. I was trying to justify everything I was doing. Like, nah, dude, this person just because he thinks this way. I thought my thinking was the way to think.
That's the way it's gonna be, and that's it. Yeah, no. That's
Yeah, I was so fucking out of my goddamn mind, dude. Like, I
Yes.
really was. I was just running wild, man. Like, I had no balance.
That's
Like,
all about learning, though. That's how you grow in life because you
dude,
realize.
so one of my dreams, right, was to go into the military and be a Marine like my father, because he was a Marine.
I
And-
wanted to go into the military because of the Marines.
But yeah, I remember that was one of my dreams, dude, because of, my father. And then I think somewhere along the line, he talked me out of it, or I talked myself out of it, or I had an excuse or whatever because I wanted to do music, and I was like, I won't be able to do music if I'm in the military, So
Yeah.
I didn't go because I had a different purpose for myself. I felt, but
You had a dream.
I had a dream, and I tried chasing it with all that I had. I really did. I gave it my all with music, and it just didn't. It wasn't in the cards, for whatever reason, whatever's meant to happen, I feel like will happen.
Yep.
But
that's right.
yeah, I mean, you can't really force that. It's either gonna happen or it's not gonna happen. But I remember thinking to myself when I made the decision not to go, it's because it's so stupid, and it's like you're so ignorant because you're just a kid, and you don't know anything about the world. Like, yeah, I'm going through my shit, but I still I'm not wise. I'm yet to get there, I'm far from
Yeah.
it. But I remember saying to myself, or even out loud I remember telling my mom and my friends, I was like, you know what? I don't even need the military. I'm so disciplined already. Like, I already got it. Like, I got a great head on my shoulders, dude. Like, I don't need to get disciplined.
You're super shit. You knew everything. You know about the world and
Bro.
everything. You have the answers to life.
I really thought I did. And that was just me being a psycho. Like, why the fuck would I think that? Like, I don't understand it. It's just one of those things where you have to go through life and eventually hit rock bottom. So to where, and then gradually build yourself back up to get to that point where you can look back and actually see the perspective of where you came from,
Yeah.
because I had no perspective at all. I was just, it was my world, and you were in it, that was it. It was my world, and everyone else
That's
around.
the way the world was.
Yeah. And that I felt like I was bulletproof, I used to feel like I was bulletproof. Like, I remember just having an unbreakable confidence, prior to the event that happened, with me experimenting and stuff. And then as soon as that happened, it was shattered. But even prior to that, or, subsequent to that, I still, like, some of that mentality still stuck with me.
Yeah.
And because it was deeply, like, embedded in my core. And that's just who I was. And those are my genes and my personality, So yeah, I just never, like, it left me a little bit. I remember it being super humbling for a lot of years, but then eventually, like, it slowly started to come back, and like that mentality of like, I know everything, surely, like, sure enough, came back. That's why I can't, like, stress it enough, and like how important it is to really think about what you're doing and try as hard as you can to just look in the mirror and be as honest with yourself as you possibly can.
yourself, that's
Try and
right.
shut your ego off, because your ego is gonna lie to you, and it's gonna tell you that you don't need to change. When that's the fucking thing that you need the most, like, you need the change. You need to understand that you're not always right, and listen to your
yeah.
fucking parents, because they know.
Yeah.
Like, how many times my mom would tell me shit. Okay,
It's only because they went through it. That's why they went through life.
why don't I only understand that now?
But on the other hand, though, they have to understand too. On
they gotta let you grow.
that they have to let you grow, because it's like, we don't know exactly how it is to experience that until it's actually happened to us. So I could tell you my story all the time, all day long, but you're never going to really know the experience until it happens to you.
Yeah,
So
there's no
that's-
way for you to. It's like
Yeah.
it's like trying to describe like the experience of LSD to someone who's never experienced any type
yeah.
of psychedelics or anything like that. It's impossible to convey to them with just words. We're limited to words, and there's only so much information you can get across with that. You have to
Yeah.
go through it yourself to really understand. That's why that saying, you got to put yourself in that person's shoes. You got to walk their path. Step inside of my shoes for a while.
That's
But
right.
but even then, there's really no way you can step inside of somebody's shoes unless it happens to you. You
Yeah.
know.
Because you don't know how it feels until you actually feel it. You got to feel the pain, you feel the emotion, feel that touch.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's like very, very important for you. I was gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say because I went off track. It had to do with what we were saying. But hopefully it'll come back to me. But it had to
But
do with perspective and stuff like that.
but and we have to understand that it's just a part of mental illness, mental health, life.
Well, yeah, a big part of that, the reason why I was thinking like that and acting like that, because on top of my personality was the depression, the
Yeah.
manic, it's the bipolar, the ADD, the OCD, the PTS, like everything, under the sun, like it's just the perfect concoction, Sorry, you got a booger in your nose.
Sorry,
You
bro.
flared your nose. No, it's not like hanging, but
Oh.
when you flared your nostrils, I could see it.
I'm sorry,
It caught my attention. ADD, people. But yeah, like the concoction of that, it was like the perfect storm for me to create the environment. I like created like I was my own worst enemy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in most cases you are too, right? You're
Oh, yeah,
your
we
own
are.
worst enemy. The only thing standing in your way is what most of the times what you.
You yourself.
Yeah, your mentality. It's not really there. It's not. You see it? Let me see. I'm gonna get it. I'm just kidding. It's gone. You got it. You got it. You got it. I'm just trying to get a thumbnail. What kind of thumbnail do you want to do this time? You know what I was thinking? The thumbnail I wanted to do. I wanted to like stand back there and like give each other a hug, like a weird like looking hug and shit, and then have that be like the fucking or like me sitting on the desk or something like that. Just something stupid. Like I don't know. I like doing thumbnails. That's like the fun part
That's
of the
cool.
podcast for me.
Yeah.
Because this shit gets deep. This shit gets really deep. Because like yeah, we joke around and shit, but like it's totally true what they say. Like the people that joke around the most are usually the people that hurt the most. And the only reason I can say that that's true is because it's true for me. It rings true to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Because everywhere that I would go, I'd be cracking jokes and shit.
We have that facade of, or we put out a facade of something that's not real when we're really, we put that smile and we're really sad inside, or we put that energetic happiness out when we're really stressed and worried. But don't worry. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, but we have to stop the worry because that worry is gonna age you, give you physical ailments and all that other bullshit. Because if there's nothing you could do right now to change the circumstance, then there's nothing you could do to worry about it. You just have to work towards the future, keep going.
There was one thing I wanted to share with you that like I remember it has to do with mental illness for sure and feeling inadequate, like feeling like you're not enough. Like for whatever
Oh,
reason, the
yeah.
depression just does something to you on a level that you just can't pull yourself out of. As mentally as well. Like there's no way around it. Like you're just gonna feel that way. And as hard as you try to give yourself a compliment, because I've told you before, like when somebody like at therapy or something like that, or you read things that say, try and tell yourself something nice, and compliment yourself and try and point out your positives in you, that like the good qualities about you. And as much as I would try to do that, I still never to my core believed it. Never believed it. I can tell myself you're a good person, or I could tell myself you have a nice smile, or I could tell myself you are good enough, or I could tell myself you can do this, despite of what everyone else is saying, or despite what, the things that are, the odds are being stacked against me. I could tell myself that shit, but I do not believe it 110%. So it feels like I'm lying to myself even more, by telling myself that, these positive things.
Well, we're taught to work on telling ourselves all this positivity, giving ourselves positive feedback, celebrating our wins. But we also have to look at the negative shit too. Because we have to look at it and embrace it, because it's going to be hard to keep winning. You could tell yourself positive affirmations all day long and think positively and meditate and be positive, but until you brace the negative shit that's happening as well, you're not going to be able to continue into that positivity or living that peaceful mind, because your mind's not at rest. It's not at peace because you're still holding on to all that other bullshit that doesn't serve you in your life, doesn't serve your spirit or your soul. So you have to look back at, okay, what are my faults? Yes, I'm beautiful, I'm loving, I'm caring, I'm sharing, but what else am I? Okay, I'm very disorganized. I'm very disorganized, or I tell myself negative thoughts all the time that I need to, correct, or I go off on negative rampage while I'm in the shower that I need to stop and correct and start thinking more positively. So it's not just about the positive affirmations and being in that enlightenment stage and staying there. It's about looking at that darkness behind you and creating light out of that darkness. If that makes
And not
sense.
only that, but like not completely getting rid of the darkness, because for a lot of people, including myself, I use that darkness.
Well, you have to.
I
You have to
use
use it
that
to your
negative energy to
benefit.
turn it in. I recycle it and turn it into a
You
positive,
have to.
because it's
Yeah.
very useful. It's very useful. I think Shia LaBeouf said this. He said, pain is very useful paint,
Yep.
into creating your artwork, because it will motivate you. It will drive, it will drive you forward. It is that fire under your ass, so don't let all that shit that you've gone through, don't waste it. Use that shit
Use it.
to turn it into something positive, like when you accomplish something, there's no better feeling than that in the world. When you do shit that you don't think that you're capable of, you go into it thinking, I'm never going to be able to complete
And you
this.
have to use it. You have to use it because if you don't use it and you still have it, like I said, doing your positive affirmations fine, but you have to look back and you have to utilize that darkness to create light out of that darkness, to be above it, to step on it, like the analogy of the stone that gets heavy or the box that gets heavier and heavier, and it's going to continue to be heavy and weigh in on you until you throw it down and utilize it as a stepping stone. It's the
Yeah,
same
yeah, yeah. I've
thing.
never heard that one before, but
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. Like, so the stone that's weighing you down, you're gonna flip
Yeah.
the script on it and
Yeah,
throw it on the
just
ground and use it to get
use it
across
to get
the
up, to
gap.
step up. Yeah, to climb that mountain, to
Yeah, yeah,
step
yeah,
up
yeah.
and move forward because you're actually putting it to use. You're not holding on to it where it's weighing you down and you feel a lot lighter. So you have to just turn around, look at all your circumstances and say, what the fuck's holding me back, holding me down? Why am I not moving forward? You
There's a
know?
lot of times where I often wish that I wasn't the person that I am, because I feel like had it wasn't for these hadn't it had been, how do I say this? If it wasn't for these illnesses that I have and these defects and stuff like that, would I, I mean, it's normal to contemplate the question, would I have been a more successful person? Where would my life be had it had been for these, these negatives in my life? But now, going through it and, developing and, looking at it from a different perspective, I don't think I would have it any other way, honestly.
Yeah, you got to embrace it. And remember, only 1% of the world is actually multi-billionaires and rich. So you, along with billions of other people, want that same life path. We
Success
all
for me
want it.
isn't monetary though.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it gets you. I mean, who doesn't? I honestly, I want money. I want to have a big house.
Of
I want to have
course.
that boat, that yacht, that ship, whatever it is.
My mom's calling. Should I answer it?
Yeah, answer it. Sorry, I said hi. I never met your mom. I gotta
Hello?
meet her.
You're on the podcast.
But we are talking
Oh shoot!
to
I'm sorry,
his
mijo.
mom.
It's okay. We were just
I never
we were
met
just
her.
talking about you.
Oh okay.
What's
Have I
going
been
on?
called? Where is? Okay, remember when you gave me my?
Don't mention no names.
Okay.
Yeah, because then she'll get the
Remember
chancla.
when you gave me the little fryer back, the oil fryer?
Yeah, I gave it to you.
Yeah. No. I know, but
Better
did you
return
give me
your
the
mom's
cord too?
shit.
Because I can't find the cord.
Yeah, I put it in the bucket.
Fine.
It was in there, huh?
Yeah, it was in there.
I remember. Okay, I knew you had. Just don't know what I did with it.
Okay. But yeah, we're live right now. I'm talking to Victor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay,
Just text
I'm
me.
gonna go. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
It's my mother.
No, so yeah, but
Anytime, 9 times out of 10, that phone rings, it's my mom. Like,
that's
honestly, like, I don't get a lot of people that call me, like, for real. Like, that shit,
awesome.
I could just turn my phone off. It'll be all right, Like, other than my fiance, my dad never calls me. He never calls me.
That's funny.
Not once.
You call him though, right?
I call him. I do my duty. I made a decision a long time ago because me and my dad used to fight a lot too. A lot.
Yeah.
He's a very stubborn person. Like I mentioned before, he's a hard motherfucker, and we didn't always see eye to eye. But I made a decision a long time ago to never engage in those arguments with him again. Because I just wanted to save face and cherish the time that I have with my dad. You know, I'm lucky to have one.
Yeah.
I really
exactly. There's a lot of
really
people
am.
who don't.
And deep down, he's a really good person. You know, he's the bravest person I've ever met, you know, or known in my life. So I did a little, you know, a test. You know, I was like, look, is it worth losing these years with him over arguments and shit, or should I just swallow my pride and just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do my part. And when I feel like an argument's coming up, I'll just nod my head and be like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You know, just walk away. You know, even if he is wrong. If I feel like it's something serious, of course I'm gonna speak up. But you know, if it's just little things like petty shit, I'm not gonna engage in the argument. I'd rather have good times with you. You know.
Think about it though. Regardless of what the argument's about, when that argument ends, you're gonna always believe you're right, and the other person's always gonna believe they're right as well. Regardless of how many times you try to convince them, they might agree with you, but deep down inside they believe that they're right. So,
But
arguments are useless unless it's a good debate, and that's different.
But you know why I have that perspective now of what you just said? Is because I was that person who thought I wasn't wrong. You're the fucking wrong one. So I have to put myself back in those shoes. That's why you got to use it. You have to remember where you came from. You have to understand that you were once like the person who, you know, how they're acting. You know, if you're engaging with somebody who's constantly trying to start shit with you, you have to remember, like, you gotta realize when that person is being like that and understand that you're not gonna, no matter what you say or do, you're not gonna change their mind.
I mean, I get pissed off when
So you have
somebody
to just walk away. It's not even worth the argument. It's like trying to argue with a drunk person.
Mm-hmm. I mean, people make me pissed off. Or let me reverse that. I allow myself to get pissed off at sometimes at what people say or gestures that they make.
Which is normal, but you got to correct it.
Yes, because I'm the one who allows it to affect me.
Yeah, nobody else. This person can say whatever he wants to you, and it's your decision to get mad or not, to get angry.
It's what you allow.
Control it. You control the outcome. You just fucking. You ever seen Never Back Down? The fucking karate instructor and shit, like the main dude. You control the outcome though, but it's true. Yeah. You know, you determine whether or not you're gonna get mad at something.
That's right.
And that's something that I've been working on for a long time. I'm really trying not to get mad at the stupid shit anymore. It's a lot of work, you know. But I notice I'm getting better.
Work on. Like a lot of people.
Yeah, everybody has anger
issues. Throw that
issues.
in the comments if you want. Let us know about your.
Yeah, we want to hear your anger issues, man. Yeah, I like that.
I want to hear what makes you so fucking pissed off. I mean, come on, really let us know.
Is it petty shit or is it like real shit?
Let us know in the comments.
Well, because people's thresholds are different for anger. You know, it takes a lot for my fiance to get mad, but me, you leave the cabinet open, I'm gonna get pissed. You know.
I'm going to open all your cabinets while you're in the bathroom before I leave.
I'm over it now, though, because it was happening. I'm over it. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt me.
You don't control me anymore.
One of the things I want to... What?
Fuck it.
I want... Because I segued into something else, and I was trying to tell the story of depression, you know, feeling the sense of inadequacy, you know, depression of where it leads to.
Yeah.
I remember, and I'm sure a lot of people would resonate with this, I wrote it down, so let me read it.
Read it.
So I wanted to bring up, and I wanted to talk about how I would leave parties with, because I was notorious for when I would go to parties and stuff with my friends, I was the person who, where did he go? They didn't know where I went. Because, here's why. I wanted to talk about how I would leave parties without saying bye, because I was embarrassed of them thinking I'm not important enough for anyone to even care that I was there in the first place. Better yet, care that I was leaving. So I would avoid it, and I just wouldn't say anything to anyone, and I would just leave. I think that's like one of those things that a lot of people probably go through, because having, you know, social anxiety, right? You know, being socially awkward in certain situations, it comes from a place of you know, insecurity, you know, and for me, that was a huge thing. Like, I never, for whatever reason, if it was going good and I felt like my confidence was up, you know, whatever, and I had a couple of drinks in me, then maybe I'll say bye. Maybe I'll say bye to you. But I was always so terrified of saying bye.
Yeah, see, I was the one who was never leaving the parties.
I always
stayed home.
Do you know why I used to leave parties a lot? Because I would always see people having a good time. And it would trip me out because they were having a good time without me. And I was like, how come they're not like pouring me a shot, or they're not, you know, asking me to come, you know, join in on the conversation. I was the guy where here's the crowd and I'm over there following the fucking circle, you know. So I would take that as like, damn.
Were you involving yourself though in the crowd too? Were you like speaking up?
I feel like I was trying too hard. And that's probably why, but it comes from a place of insecurity. So when I would see that and I would see people enjoying themselves, or this guy's, getting this kind of attention and he's not even trying, he's like the life of the party. And that's all I ever wanted to be, because I was a really, lonely person, whether I wanted to admit it or not, and I knew and I felt that I wasn't that important. So when that shit would happen, it'd just be like, man, no one gives a fuck about me. I'm just gonna leave, So I would catch myself sneaking out. I would sneak out to leave, that way I can avoid the fucking contact at all costs.
Wow, that's crazy. I never.
Yeah, dude, I was like notorious for being the person that just left. Like I didn't say nothing to nobody. I just took off, And
So
I don't
why
know
wouldn't
how.
they include? You want like.
I mean, maybe it wasn't like that. Maybe in my head it was like that,
That's what I was thinking. Maybe it was just in your head. You just felt like you weren't being included.
But I've always felt inadequate though. Like I never felt like anyone ever gave a fuck, especially me. I didn't give a fuck about myself, so why would anybody else?
There you go. That's probably what the first number one reason was that you didn't give a shit about yourself. So,
But I was putting up a false bravado anyway, though. I was pretending like I'm.
and they
important.
probably sense that.
Yeah,
emotionally.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I
Probably
feel
what
like
it
people
is.
do have senses and shit,
Yeah.
like sixth senses that we don't know are installed in us when we're born. Like it's primitive shit. Like back in the 1800s, people lived outside. They're getting chased down by lions and shit. So like
Yeah.
that flight or fight response is still part of our DNA. So like people have senses that are a lot more than
See-
we give them credit for.
See, like if I'm very social. If I'm in the grocery store and there's a little old lady in front of me, I'll start talking to her. Or there's
Oh, you're that guy? I hate you.
yeah, I'm that
Just
guy.
kidding.
Or there's or even if there's a 25-year-old lady behind me or dude behind me, I'll be talking whoever's in line. I'm a lot of people they don't want to talk, so I won't say nothing. I'm just be like whatever, just talk to myself.
That was definitely
I'm
part
just
of
playing.
that was part of my bipolar disorder though, right? Because there would be those times where I didn't want to say anything, totally like social anxiety, recluse, and I really didn't feel myself, so I'm just gonna go home. Then there was the times where I was like, I'm feeling it, dude. Like I got so much confidence right
I
now.
got some
like,
game
like,
tonight.
dude, I was the person to where if you were afraid to go talk to her, I'm gonna go talk to her. I don't need nobody. I don't need beer. I don't need nothing. I'm gonna go do it all on my
I
own.
don't
and
give a fuck about you.
I'm gonna go show you. I'm gonna show you how this shit's done, dude. Like,
Yeah.
what? Hey, how come you haven't gone yet? Like, all right, watch. I'm gonna go do it. Like complete opposite. Like bipolar.
your
I mean, that's what it
bipolar,
is.
yeah.
Manic depressive. And there was never a baseline. That was the fucked up part. It was either this or it was that.
Yeah.
Damn,
that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to bring that up because I want to know how many people that resonates with. How many people go through that
There's a
type of shit
lot.
where they're anywhere and they're terrified just to say goodbye or hello even.
Or
you
either
know?
or, even if you are the life of the party, because if you're the one who loves to be in the crowd and you like to be, if you're socially active and you like to hang out a lot, this is going to be a very hard time for you because you actually can't really hang out. So I want to hear from everybody.
For
on
me,
both parts.
For me, when all this shit happened, I was like, dude, I've been in training for this for years.
Yeah.
No, like I was so used
My
to
life.
I was so used to quarantine. Like I was quarantining already, like fucking 3 years before anybody did this shit. So like, I remember like when
Practicing.
like a month into it, everybody was cracking already. I was like, dude, I'm good. Like I could do this for a long time. Like,
They're
I
saying
could
that the shelves are starting to get empty again now because people are starting to get stressed out again.
about what?
That it's getting worse again. The sicknesses, the results are going up again.
Yeah, but I mean, still, we went over these numbers, and I'm not
Yeah,
to
I
I'm
know.
not to like disregard anybody's life because any death is a tragedy,
Tragedy.
But the death rate is 0.04.
Yeah, but the thing is about that death rate though, is it doesn't matter if you're old or young. We had that that 27-year-old guy a nurse who just passed away. Or I guess he was from Mexico, but he has family here in the area. And his sister passed away a month before that. It's like, so you don't know how it's gonna affect you. It's just
It's very scary.
use a mask, man. Spray, sanitize. That's it. It's as easy as that.
It's very simple. Like honestly, like I'm so desensitized to wearing it now, which is weird because now I'm watching commercials and they're starting to film TV with people wearing masks. I was like, dude, are they trying to brainwash us or something like that? Like it's one of those thoughts that pops into your head. Like, are they really, really trying to condition us?
I think
into
it's
wearing
just
them?
part of life. That this is the way it is.
It's just the
and
new normal.
the new norm. Yeah.
It's unfortunate, dude, but it is what it is. And honestly, I don't want to see your yap anyway. Like, I don't want you spitting on me, dude.
It's
Cover
all
that
right
shit
though,
up.
because no, it's all right though, because if you think about it, you can save yourself from even freaking other particles that are going into your lungs.
You know
fuck
what's
you up
weird though?
anyway, so
Okay, so us growing up, right? Like if you wanted to gauge somebody and figure out whether or not you want to go up to that person and flirt with them, we could see their whole face back then, and just up until recently, you could see their whole face. Like you're in the club or whatever, you're at a bar, you're in public, and you see somebody and you're single, you're a bachelor or you're a single woman, and you want to go up to somebody and you want to see them. Now, it's entirely different because now there's a whole new dynamic added to it. Your whole face is covered and you can only see their eyes. And a lot of your characteristics in your face and what makes someone attracted to you is this part, Like it's not just your eyes, So now it's like, if you're interested in somebody, you have to say like, hey, can I see your face? Like,
Yeah,
can you pull your mask down
right.
so I can see it,
You're gonna have to have a mask pulled down because you can't just tell them to show you their picture because of all those fucking filters and shit. Like,
Oh,
damn,
yeah, yeah.
you look beautiful.
So now you can't trust social media because of all the filters, because it's never what it
Yeah,
seems. And then now
see?
now it's totally different in person too. Like all that's left is in person.
But if you're looking at their looks and shit, then you're gonna lose out on a good
Yeah,
personality.
no, yeah, you are. You
person,
should always give somebody a chance,
honestly.
the chance of conversation.
I
But
just say because I was ugly myself.
no, so I mean, I always thought I was. I never thought I was a good looking. I always thought I
That's
was the
fine.
ugliest motherfucker, bro. I
I'm
always
beautiful.
did. Well, that's because when I was growing up, dude, I had a fucked up ass grill. Like my teeth, like they were fucked up. I fucked them up again,
You
but
got
like
buck teeth or what?
no, I was like, dude,
Like
people,
buck,
my
buck?
nickname, they used to call me like one of the they used to call me Rat because I look like a fucking rat, bro. Like it was what it was, because I
Funny.
got a pointy nose.
Hey, I remember
and
when
then-
I was in school, there was this kid, his name was Beaver. His teeth were fucking huge, dude. Like huge ass fucking Bugs Bunny teeth, bro. Like crazy. I was like, damn.
Well, that's how my teeth were, dude. So these right here, my fangs were way up here. I had overcrowded teeth. I got about 8-10 teeth pulled, to make room for when I had braces. So I took out a lot of teeth. They were crowded. All these were crooked. These teeth were like fucking like bucked out and shit. My grill was really bad, so I was really insecure, but
I'm sorry, I could just see that.
no, it is what it
That's why I
is.
started out.
It is what it is, dude. But it
Like when you bit an apple, you can see your front teeth go.
yeah, it was bad, dude. It was bad.
You
But
should like pull some jokes at home, put some cheese out, and chew the parts of it
Hey,
left
fuck
on
you,
the
man.
counter. I'm sorry.
But after I got my braces off, it was the opposite. And I had $1 million smile. People used to tell me all the time, like, dude, you have a beautiful smile. Because they were super white. They were super straight. And on top of it, like, I was
They were relieved you weren't going to hit them with your teeth.
they could see my teeth come in like a mile before I actually entered the room. Like, my teeth come in first, like a minute later. Like, if I'm in the kitchen, and I'm trying to go to the room, my teeth enter the room first. So she knows I'm
That's why they
coming.
didn't want to hang out with you.
But yeah, and then, like, I fucked my teeth up because I started smoking.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
I broke my retainer because I was angry one day and I smashed it. And then drinking a lot of coffee and stuff
What did
like
the
that.
retainer do to you?
It-
Yeah.
What?
What did the retainer
Explain
do
that
to
joke,
you?
please.
No, what did the retainer do to you?
Retained me?
No. Why were you pissed off? You just took it out on the retainer? That's my whole point is see what you fucked something up.
No, it
with
was it was caught in the crossfire. So I had it and I was holding it, but I was in an argument with my mom and I fucking smashed it on the ground.
Yeah.
So it was just crossfire. It wasn't intentional, but it would just happen to be in the way. But it used to it was those Invisalign retainers, so it used to cut the shit out of my gums up here, dude.
Oh,
So I
you
couldn't really wear it
nice,
anyway,
yeah.
I would have preferred the metal one, like the one with the normal line. But yeah, my teeth were bad, dude. I'll pull up some pictures and I'll try and You know what? Another thing I wanted to share on the podcast eventually is if I can find it. I wanted to share my report card. Like the last report card I ever received. Like to
Was
give
it
like
bad or
perspective.
good?
Oh, what do you think?
I think it was good.
Really?
No, it was fine.
Do I come off like that type of person who's a brainiac? I don't think so. No.
Yeah,
especially
you're
in
smart. I
school?
thought you were smart.
No, but book smart is way different. Like I can't get through a page like in
Yeah,
a book.
but the best type of smartness is life experience. I mean, we're never going to be really 100% smart because we're going to always grow and learn. But I mean, spiritual.
But yeah, I wanted to show my report card and like give my read off my stats and
That'd
shit.
be
I'll
cool.
save that info for you, but I
Yeah,
think you'll
that'd
be
be cool.
shocked. So tune in for the results.
Tune in next time.
Do you have
for
any
the-
of yours from school? I would like to compare them.
I think I do. Yeah, but remember what happened last time we were comparing?
Yeah, I was way bigger.
I know, and I got mad. I went home crying. He beat me like by 5 inches.
I don't want to dick talk right now, dude.
No dick talk, please.
Why do guys always have that tendency to lean towards like gay shit? Like growing up, like everything was like a dick joke. Everything was a fucking dick joke. Like no matter who they were, like I'm talking straight dudes though. Like everything with
Well,
them.
when I grew up, they were straight. So, for me, like my experience growing up was like, everybody's, I don't know if you had this experience, but you've hung out with 4 or 5 of your friends and then they throw on like a porno and shit.
Okay,
These
we've
are
all
there.
experienced that as a kid.
Yeah,
But
so,
I'm saying
so
why
for me, when I was a teenager, I was like, yeah. They don't
fuck
know
yeah,
about
Mr.
me.
Nasty time, huh?
Woo!
Mr.
I'm all okay.
Nasty
Who could go
time.
further? Come on, woo!
What do you mean go further? Like squirt it further? They
Hey,
say
y'all need some help.
They say like the furthest anybody could like squirt it is like fucking 5 feet max if you're doing well, But why do like males in general? Because even like now, being a 30-year-old man, I make dick jokes all the time. Like why? Because we're so much more immature than women, dude. Like women are so much more mature than dudes, and I never understood that
Women
up until
are
recently. Oh, they really are, bro. It would be a scary world without women.
Yeah,
it'd be bad, dude. It would be really bad. It'd be super
I wouldn't
bad.
marry one, but
there are dudes out there that are like pretty mature though. Like I know somebody who won't even cuss,
yeah.
bro, and he's like a couple years younger than me.
Yeah, I got a dirty mouth.
I have a very dirty mouth.
Well, I mean, what comes out of my mouth is dirty mouth. What goes in there?
you spit or swallow?
I don't have a gag reflex.
Oh shit!
No, hey, we're getting off topic.
Yeah, I know. It's all right. Hey, you gotta have a little bit of fun,
right? I'm also less than no.
I'm getting hot, dude, in this fucking thing.
Probably this shit right here.
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause I'm talking a lot.
Right? No, but other than that,
you can't go from dick jokes to serious, can we?
I don't know. What about a serious dick?
That's a serious cock right there, man.
Serious cock. No, without even trying. We're guys, of course you can. Do whatever you want.
I'm just letting
it's
you
your
go.
podcast.
Keep
do
digging
whatever
your hole,
you
man.
want.
Keep digging your hole.
No.
I'm waiting for you to go.
Go where?
Talk.
Oh, I'm talking.
You were gonna bring something up.
What was that?
I don't know. You were gonna bring something up.
Oh, I don't remember.
No, because we were trying to segue from the dick jokes into like, all right, let's get into another topic now.
Oh no, you know me, how I talk and then my
yeah.
mind switches to another thought. So I'm like, oh yeah, no. Yeah, dick, cock, all this other bullshit. Oh, by the way, I baked blueberry pies last week. My mind just jumps like from one thing to another.
Do you ever get that? Because do you ever get like when do your best thoughts come to you? Like your best ideas, like lying down in the shower when you're alone, driving. Like which one?
It would be in the shower, because that's my time to where I take my breath and then I just like kind of imagine my body cleansing and like just everything just washing away and just the day or whatever.
So it's not only a physical shower; it's a metaphorical
spiritual,
shower. Spiritual
yeah,
shower.
I take spiritual showers as well, and I just think about mostly not thinking. It's mostly like trying to manifest, dreaming, I would say, to where I just think about, okay, where am I at right now? What am I doing? And what can I do next? Not tomorrow or next week, but next, right now, after I finish my task, what can I do next? So that's how I plan I take my showers. So.
You know, like one of the things I miss the most, like out of everything, like after, COVID happened and they shut the, entire world down. The thing that I missed the most, because it was very, very therapeutic for me, is the sauna, the gym. The only reason I signed up for the gym that I signed up for is because they had a sauna and they had a dope ass like cardio setup. So for me, like one of my biggest forms of therapy was working out, like just
awesome.
beating the shit out of my body until I was like out of breath. Like my lungs were killing me. And then after I did that, I would go sit in the sauna at 210 degrees for 30 minutes, bro. And I would sit there and I would let all my fucking demons out. They would just all just like, I would walk out of there, dude, like literally feeling endorphins. Like I would sit in my car and be like, dude, I feel so much
feel like
better.
Cleansed. It's because all those toxins release from your body. You sweat all that toxin out.
I'm getting
bro.
endorphins just thinking about it, dude. Like honestly, like I'm getting chills and shit. Like I really miss that the most, because normally like I'm not like drinking and shit. Like if the gym was open, it is open, but I just COVID and stuff, They're not then, plus they don't have the sauna, so I'm not gonna go anyway. But had it been different and the world was how it was before, I'd be eating clean. because I don't like to do one thing without doing the other. I like to do things right. So if I'm eating clean, I'm gonna work out. You know, so I feel like if one thing's missing, it doesn't feel right. Like I need that balance. But you know, I would be doing cardio all the time. I would be doing cardio, calisthenics, and then hitting the sauna like every other day.
Yeah, that
You
song is
know,
fucking relaxing, man.
that was that's really the I don't like bars. Okay, like I didn't really go out to bars. You know, other than with the roommates and stuff, or my my fiance's sister and her boyfriend. But that was like the only time we went out. Like I was never like a bar hopper or anything like that. Never did it. My thing was mostly like that's like I want to go to the gym. You know,
Oh
like
no,
I was huge into fitness.
I was a nightclub guy.
But it fits your personality though, dude. I would love to
Yeah.
see you in a club environment.
Oh, dude, I was.
How are you? Are you buying people shots and stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm too nice, bro. You know, when I drink and I get hella tipsy, I'm way too nice. I'm like, even if somebody bumps into me, I'm not the guy like, what'd you do? What'd you do, fool? I'm the type like, hey, no, it's cool, no worries. Hey, let's go get a drink. Come on, man. No, don't worry about it. You stepped on my toe hella hard. It's fucking hard and it's falling off. But let's go get a drink, bro. It's cool.
Same for me, dude. Like if I get hammered, like I'm talking smash, like to the point where I can't really walk, like, and I'm barely like another shot and I'm done. Like I'll fucking start buying people shots, and I'm like, hey, like bumming cigarettes from everybody and shit. Like I remember like the last time I got that faded, I think I fucking broke my tailbone or some shit because I fell in the shower, dude, and I knocked all the curtains over and shit. Fell straight on my ass, but like an hour before that, we were at the bar and I was super smashed. We went to another bar, and it was for my birthday, for my 30th, and I remember walking into the bar super fucked up, and I was craving a cigarette so bad, dude. And I walked in, and it was a quiet bar too, so like people didn't expect me to like come in there with that type of energy. I was like, "Who has cigarettes? I need a cigarette right now. I'll buy whoever has a cigarette. I'll buy you guys a shot. I'll buy you guys a beer, whatever you want. Like, just I need a cigarette." And fucking everyone was like, "I'm taking advantage of this fucking dude." I ended up buying like 4 people shots for a cigarette, dude, for like 1 cigarette. And then my fucking sister, my fiance's sister's boyfriend had to come in and like, hey, like, come over
Get
here,
your
bro.
ass
Like,
out
you're
here,
fucking, like, what are you
bro.
doing, bro? And they had a shot of tequila lined up for me, and that was it. I
Oh
was blacked
shit!
out. Yeah, that was it.
Nice.
And I ended up, yeah, nice. Ended up falling in the shower, bro. Like I remember he got like footage of me like trying to throw up in the.
See, that's one thing I don't like to do.
I don't throw up.
Not just that throwing up, but I don't like to take care of drunk ass people. I
hate it, dude.
I don't want to take
fucking
care of
hate it.
anybody. I'm
The
too
only drunk person
because
I'll
I'll
take
be
care of my
standing there
fiance.
laughing. Yeah, as long as they're not choking on the throw up, I'll be laughing my ass off. Like, oh my god, this is fucking hilarious, dude.
Does it bother you though when people get like drunk like that? Like belligerent?
No, because it's just
I'm different.
Well, I guess belligerent, yes, because when there's somebody who's being all tough and
Okay, that's different though.
belligerent,
But if they're just having a good time,
no, even if they're having a really good time and they're like off the hook and overdoing it, I know it's just the alcohol. It's just,
I feel bad
fuck
then.
it.
But okay.
I mean, well, why get mad? Because it's just the alcohol. As long as they're being respectful.
I guess so. Yeah, don't cross the fucking line.
Don't cross the line.
Because you fucking cross the line and it's gonna get ugly. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing of it right there. And it's funny because when a lot of my friends found out I was gay and shit, they're like, "Oh yeah, I don't care."
Honestly, bro, like the people that I always got along the most with, and I'll say this because I mean I have a couple gay people in my family, and I've always got along with them so fucking well because I felt like they never judged me. I felt like I could go around these people and I could be as insecure as I want, and I'm not gonna get any type of judgment from them. They were always the nicest people in the world to me, so I have like a deep place in my heart for that. Can I say gay people? Like, yeah, I really do though. I really do. Like for like my fucking fiance knows that shit. They never judge me, dude, because you get around regular dudes and it's like I said before, a dick measuring contest.
Yep.
And you feel like everyone's just competing for alpha, And I hate that shit. Like I'm just a chill person. I just want to have a good time.
On the other hand, for myself, I get a lot of times especially when somebody says, "Oh yeah, I have a gay friend coming over or whatever," and I haven't met the other person, their perception of me right away is just like all these thoughts are like the typical thought of a gay guy, and then once they meet me, they're like, "Wait,
nothing like that."
Yeah,
you're not
like,
the stereotypical gay guy.
Yeah, they're like,
all.
"Wait, are you?" And then they start saying, "I don't know if this fool's actually playing it."
Are you fucking around?
Yeah,
with me?
you trying to fuck around with my wife? Is that what you're just trying to tell her that you're
Dude,
gay
I don't get
when
that.
you're really not?
I don't get that vibe from you at all. You ever? dude, like I'll see on TV in person, like so many times where I'll point out to my fiance, I was like, how is this fucking guy not gay? But he's straight and he has a wife. I feel like he's hiding something. Like but you is like the complete opposite. I don't get that at all. Like that vibe does not even fucking cross my mind. You know, I forget sometimes, you know? Like I really do.
Yeah, we're
Other
in the
when
car.
you talk about dicks.
Yeah, we're in the car. He's like, oh, damn, look at her. I'm like, oh, yeah, look at him.
I don't say that
You
shit.
take her, I'll take him. No, I'm just playing.
Don't get me in trouble, dog.
Okay, no.
All right, so we're into the segment of the podcast where we're gonna start doing a weekly challenge segment because we're about 55 in. And me and Victor talked about this the other day, and we really wanted to kind of like add a couple of things to our podcast that maybe will help you guys even more, you know, other than just relating to us. But one of the things that I came up with was it's called the Stigma Enigma Challenge. Do you want to go with that? Do you like the way that
I
sounds?
like that.
Okay, so basically the challenge is going to be called the Stigma Enigma, but what our motto is going to be is at the end of each podcast, we're going to give you guys a weekly challenge, and we're going to challenge you to walk the PO3 pathway with us. You know, if you're down to walk the PO3 pathway and take the challenge, Stigma Enigma, then that's good for you. You don't have to do it, you know, but it's going to be a challenge. It's not going to be like a 90-day, you know, freaking fitness, lose 100 pounds type of challenge. It's
Lose
just
half your weight in 40 days.
yeah, it's not going to be like that. It's not a Tony Perkins, you know, like like a heavyweights type of challenge. It's just something so simple that anybody could do, you know, but it's going to be towards
Even a caveman.
it's going to be to the point where you do enough of them, you're going to realize the change, you know, because change comes in minute shifts. You know, they really do. Big
Baby
changes come in,
steps.
baby steps, you know. So I spent some time and I tried to come up with, you know, how can I pitch this and how can we, you know, set the challenge off. And for me, one of the biggest things on why mental illness is such a taboo topic is because of the what?
Stigma.
The stigma. So what I wanted to do is flip that, the meaning of the word stigma. So stigma, by definition, is a mark of disgrace associated with a particular circumstance, quality, or person. You know, so I came up with an acronym for that, and I came up with several, and I talked to Victor about it, and the one that fit the most with what we wanted to do with the PO3 pathway was slowly this illness guided me along. So slowly this illness guided me along. So over time, this illness directed me and
Where you're at right now in your life.
No. Calibrated my compass. Slowly that my illness I blanked out. Slowly the illness over time calibrated my compass and leading me true north, you know, into the direction that I needed to go.
My compass aims north every morning. Every single morning.
I don't know how you get dick from compass, but all right. But yeah, so I can't. You
I
idiot.
never said anything about Jake.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, come on.
I
That's
just
an
said my
innuendo.
compass aims north.
If I've ever heard, you don't even have a compass. If I've ever heard an innuendo.
Every morning.
Fucking retarded. Excuse me. He's stupid. I don't mean to use that word. I'm sorry.
That's not a good word.
Okay, so yeah. Here's how we're gonna pitch the challenge. Okay, so stigma. Slowly this illness guided me along. So what I want you guys to do is think about all the stigmas on mental illness that that made you terrified to speak up about, and then fill in that blank. Okay, so what stigma terrified you to speak up about your mental illness? So I want you to fill in that blank for yourself. And then the other acronym for stigma is so that I give my all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I even pitch this right? Did I do it? Or did I just fuck it all up?
No, you
Because
did.
I
I just fucked it up by interrupting.
No, but I have two acronyms for stigma.
Yeah.
One was so this illness guided me along, and the other one is so that I give my all.
Oh,
So which one do you want to go with? I mean, so that
I
I
like
give
the
my all,
guided.
right? Okay, but yeah, but tying into the actual challenge was think about all the stigmas on mental illness that made me terrified to speak up about how, fill in the blank, so that I give my all. You know, so you plug in the word stigma. You know, but for whatever reason, stigma or whatever insecurity that you had about mental illness, I want you to think about that really, really hard, and what for you is going to motivate you to take the weekly challenge, and so that you give your all. You know.
Yeah.
So this week, what we want to do, the PO3 Pathway Challenge, is simply give somebody who you feel like is suffering with mental illness, give them a call. Just reach out to them and see how they're doing. You know, simple as that. That's all it takes.
don't mention anything about mental illness or,
Just reach out.
you reach out to them. Say, hey, I just wanted to reach out to you. I'm listening to this podcast, PO3 Podcast, and it's a really good podcast. And they wanted, we're talking about reaching out to people. And so I wanted to reach out to you and just see how you're doing, how everything's going, and just let you know that, I love you.
No, yeah, it's simple as that. If it's somebody you care about, don't be afraid. That'll be our next challenge. But don't be afraid to tell them that you love them,
Yeah.
As awkward as it can be, and I know a lot of people are, insecure about that type of thing, but tell the ones that you love them.
Call up your peeps, man.
But this weekly challenge, if you guys are, brave enough to walk the PO3 pathway with us, our weekly challenge this week is going to be give somebody a call,
Yep.
Call them out and check in on them. That's it.
And even if it's just one, it's okay.
Yeah, that's it.
But if it's 5, then more power to you.
Yeah,
It's
you might
greater.
catch some momentum and you might enjoy it, and you might end up
Yep.
calling 10, 20 people, however many people you have in your life you care about. So, I don't know, man. I think that's it. You want to wrap it up? We're already an hour in.
Yeah,
The shit flew by.
Hey, you know what? It was a good show.
Yeah, well, it's always a good show,
yeah,
man.
always good
Anytime
show.
we're, in each other's company, it's always a good time, It's always positive vibes, and thank you for dinner yesterday. That was really good.
Liked it.
Yeah, it was really good. You always
really
cook.
liked it.
Like I said before, you're always
I
cooking for
love
us. So.
cooking too. I'm gonna, bro. When holidays are here, I'll be baking some good holiday stuff. I'm gonna be slapping it right here.
Don't ever say that again.
Slapping it right here.
Well, with that said, that concludes the podcast. My name is Marcus Marks.
And I'm Victor Junior.
And we are the PO3 Podcast. We'll catch you guys on episode 17.
Bye.
I'll find it.